Yeah.
What's up with it? We
Hey,
in there again?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah, you
another
already know.
Tuesday. Another
Yeah,
Tuesday.
man. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. I had my tacos earlier this morning. I had breakfast tacos, man.
Oh,
See,
yes.
I ain't had no
It's from
tacos today.
Texas.
Yeah, I had breakfast tacos, my guy. Yeah, so I try not to eat, flour or
What?
like bread products late or any
Oh,
of that stuff late. So
No, 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 no,
I
no. See,
have
listen,
I have the carbs in the morning.
you can't worry about all that with tacos.
that's
You know what I'm
smart.
saying?
No. You have to. I mean, like I said, I'm not a little fella like you. So I have
I
to.
gotta
I ha-
hold on. Is that a
hey,
I gotta watch my weight?
hey, you know what? When you my size, yeah, you better watch it because if not, it'll creep up on you. Yeah. So
Brother been
so
eating too many biscuits and honey buns.
Nah, I don't eat
Flour
biscuits or honey
tortillas.
buns, but when you reach the age that we are 40 plus, you know what I'm saying? And
The
again,
fat don't melt as fast.
facts. Hey, bro, folks gotta understand when you this size, as I'm 6'5", 300 pounds, like this, as I get older, it's not gonna get any easier. So I cannot gain weight, bro. Cause you see them old men walking in the store and they tall and they bent all over or they can't walk good and stuff because they didn't take care of their body. Man, I ain't trying to be that
Can't
guy.
live like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Nah.
I don't have those problems. One of the benefits of being, you know what I'm saying, my size is, fat just melts off. You know what I'm saying? You go take a good, you know what I'm saying, release and you straight.
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I'm trying to help you, man. You take a good release to release that pressure off for you, man.
Yeah, I guess everybody's body isn't the same. So, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But again, I know what my body does, so I try to have carbs toward the morning, workouts in the morning, and then in the evening time kind of relax, chill, and saying just kind of settle down. Like my day starts here and then
Hmm.
it tapers off as I get, toward the evening so I could get some good sleep.
That's
See,
good.
we in Cali, so I'm sorry for the both of y'all. Tacos is like mandatory at like nighttime. So you'd be in trouble out this way because the tacos is fire. My bad. Y'all got Texas tacos, so I understand. Y'all don't have Cali tacos.
It
So
is a little different. I understand
It's
too.
totally
different.
a
But
little different.
It's a little different too.
But it's
Uh,
all good. It is
It
all
is
good though.
all
You know what I'm
good
saying? Food is food at the end of the day.
as
nah,
long
Sustenance
as
is
you enjoy it.
I mean, listen, if you have you been to Cali?
Of course, I used to live in Inglewood.
Uh, uh, Listen, well, welcome to the show.
It's when I
I,
was young,
I
though.
mean, welcome to the show. We got a new
Thank
face on the
you.
show tonight, and she
facts.
used to live in Inglewood, so she know about the Cali taco. So why you gonna say a little bit
I
compared to?
mean, I have a different palate now.
See?
She
Texas
probably
tastes
eat.
better on it with my cowboy boots and stuff.
See?
I
Now
mean, listen,
now now
listen.
Benji been gone for a while, so
I
we
see.
we we we'll give him a pass. We'll give him a pass and we let Benji make it, you know what I'm saying, because he's a hometown guy.
Yes,
So we don't give
I,
him too
I
much of an issue.
earned the right to say whatever I want about Texas. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
endured hardship as a good soldier out there in the streets of South Dallas, Texas, Pleasant Grove, and Oak Cliff, and Lincoln High School, and all of that. So I've had my stripes earned out there. So
Indeed.
I can say a little bit.
Yeah. So okay, so let's get to this right quick before we get any deeper into the show. Y'all want to know who this lovely lady is on the show? We'll let her introduce herself. Go right ahead. Tell them a little something about you. Tell them your name and a little something about yourself.
And
Hey,
what's your claim? Since you say you're from Inglewood, what you throwing up there?
no, I won't claim anything. I just got out the army. Listen, I don't want to claim anything for a while.
All right.
Friends call me Josh. My social media says Joshlyn. Got the whole government up there. That's what the army did to us. Um, I am a short-term rental teacher. I teach short-term rentals, so like Airbnbs and have that kind of a service business. I like finance and mental health. My master's is in mental health, so I like
That's dope. That's dope.
conversations.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember how I came across,
Hmm.
but her social media is all business. Not all business, because she'd be joking a little bit too, which is
Yeah.
super dope. So, but I was like, yo, like we gotta have her on the show for one of our topic sessions. And so here she is. She pulled up on
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Yeah,
And
keep
we're
talking
and,
that trash though on your social media because it's hilarious.
and we're big advocates for mental health on the
Right,
show. We've had countless experts come on the show
right,
and
Oh,
talk to the audience about different things. And we've had to even glean from a lot of stuff. And I tell people all the time, man, for a while when we first started having the mental health experts on the show, it was just about the show, and I was just hearing the information, wasn't
mhm.
really utilizing it myself.
Ah,
Right. So, and then I got to a point to where I was like, you know what? I'm not as we learned, I'm not well. I'm not
right,
mentally
right,
well. I need, what I'm saying, some therapy. So those things, when you're around them enough, you
yeah,
absorb that information, you start to, examine yourself, not
right,
self-diagnose. Don't get it twisted, people. I ain't
right.
self-diagnosing.
No
I'm
self-diagnose.
examining
yeah,
Right,
myself and saying, you know what, the things that they're saying that are, stressors or anxiety, when they start talking about all these different things and naming off all these different symptoms, I'm like, dang, that kind of me right there.
right, right.
So we had one episode where they talked about functioning depression, like a
Yes,
functioning depressive, and I was like, man, that kind of me right there, because I'm going through the motions, but what I'm saying, I'm not really processing. Like I tell
right.
people all the time, it's like when you're on your computer and your computer's running slow and that little thing is just going because it's processing. That's
Mhm.
how I felt. Like
right,
things were happening in my life that should cause some emotion, but my emotions were like, nah.
right,
I
We
was
got separate.
Yeah, I was
right,
emotionally constipated, right? Like that stuff was happening and no emotion was coming out.
right.
So I was like, man, but that's why we like to have those type of topics and the type of topic that we got tonight, because we love a good conversation, but we also
Right,
love to help, educate people and help people in their real lives.
Yeah.
right.
So we're not just here for the entertainment piece, even though we are entertaining, we're not just here
I'm
for that
I'm just
purpose.
a little bit. I give you a little bit of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Or do I give y'all a lot? I don't know. I like to think I give y'all
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit.
You got to ask the audience. The audience, does Benji entertain or does he irritate? Which one does he do? Put it in the chat.
Both,
Both on.
both of them. I'm gonna give you both of them. I think I love being more of an irritant than anything.
I think it's like a love language.
It could
Mm.
possibly be because I like to irritate you and get on my nerves. You know, I like to get
Yeah,
in your skin. If I get in your skin, then I got you. We
I
straight.
know.
And you know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, because we're definitely going to talk about love languages while we're talking about the subject that we're talking about,
Right,
Mhm.
because that is the basis for everything we believe.
right,
When you're dealing with people, any type of relationship you have, whether it's a relationship or friendship,
Mhm.
even a connection at work, what I'm saying, professional relationship, you should be aware of people's love languages, especially if you deal with them on a regular basis,
Indeed.
because it will help your interactions tremendously
right.
if you understand that person's love language. And yeah, just understand that you can't go around loving people the way you want to love them just because.
No, you can't.
You got to figure out the way they want to be loved.
People ain't trying to spend that type of time nowadays. You get what I'm saying? Like that takes time. If I tell you I love you and you're in that space, it takes time to learn you and listen to what you like and dislike and what you won't put up with and what's cool and what's not cool. You got to spend that time. And so if you ain't spending that time, you know what I'm saying? Like all that other stuff is like, it's like, yeah. So
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I took the time in a relationship to have like breakup Saturday. On Saturday, we meet, we have a conversation, we go over what was tough for the week, and can we move forward? Should we move forward in the next goal?
Right.
Yeah.
See, but women, y'all manipulating, man. See, y'all can't. Y'all manipulating, man. Y'all throw the smile and y'all throw all of this stuff and put it all together, and brothers just be like, all right, we good. So it's a sensitivity.
That's not true, right, Big Ken? That's not true.
Nah, he right though, because I mean, I'm just saying.
That's the
Hear
lift
me
your
out.
hands moment.
Hear
See,
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Like
Where is this at? I need some backup.
Patricia, hurry up, come get on the show. I know you got things to do.
The ladies in the audience, y'all know that if y'all hit a guy with that smile, with that great personality, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna melt.
Yes, he
so
is.
so it happens all the time. You know, guys be like, you know what, I'm standing on business, and then that business that they stand on turn into quicksand real quick.
They just start sinking.
They just start sinking. They like, dang.
Okay, I know we're capable of it, but it's
capable of it.
Yeah, that don't mean we actually use it all the time.
Yeah, see, that's something we have to learn.
You're doing it now.
No, I'm not.
Women are born with it. Men have to learn it.
Is that right?
Yeah, women have that naturally. Guys have to develop it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I mean, but women just have a way of melting a guy. So unfortunately for us, a lot of times that gets us in a lot of trouble. You know, because there are situations where I don't care how dope the lady is, or for the ladies how dope the guy is. Sometimes it's just time to bounce.
Facts.
And it's something that's keeping you there, and sometimes it's the D.
We know what's keeping you
sometimes
there.
It's the D or the P that's keeping you there.
Keeping you there.
You know, fellas,
but we know what's keeping you there. Ladies, we know what's keeping you there. It ain't no secret.
But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not though. Sometimes it's not sexual at all. Sometimes it's just a deep connection with that person. And even though you all have differences, there's something there. And a lot of times people spend time trying to figure out what that something is. That search for what that connection is the reason why they waste their time.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, but
that before.
Yeah. You've experienced that before?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Which side? You being the person that can't leave or stay, or the other person?
Yeah, being able to leave was hard for me because I couldn't figure out why I was so tethered to him. Like, why do I want him so bad? He doesn't even really want me. That was a mystery.
Oh wow. Yeah, so that's interesting to hear that from a lady standpoint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, ladies, I know some of y'all have experienced that. Chime in and tell us what's up with that, because ultimately in the end, what made you stay?
Comfort, complacency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like switching nothing up. Like this is
cool. Fear everything on. Yeah.
Okay.
And see, here's the thing. I had a conversation with my mom. Shout out to my mom. She's tuned in all the time, man. She's a big supporter of the show. Shout out to moms, man. I talked to my mom about everything. I talked to my mom about everything, literally, y'all. So she told me, she said, so what is it that guys look for? Like, what is a man looking for in a woman? And I told her 3 things. You know what I'm saying? And if the woman can remember these 3 basic things, it makes it a lot easier for her. They're looking for peace, and peace. Right? So if you get that, Benji knows. Benji knows. Benji's heard me say this before. They're looking for a piece of sandwich.
Go ahead.
Piece of sandwich, a piece of sandwich, a piece of vagina, and peace at home. So if you can give me those 3 pieces, then the guy's gonna be pretty much settled. Like, guys are very simple, right?
And
those 3, those 3 things, and figuring out his love language as well as him figuring out yours, of course. But guys are very basic.
and women sometimes forget that, and then they always trip about, well, how could he leave me for her? And that's a big thing. Like, sometimes it's not that just because you this. I mean, of course you fine. We know that. That's why we with you. That's like icing on the cake.
I don't
But
know.
then if there's no peace and we always fussing, we always arguing, we're never on the same frequency. We always got issues. Now, there is a new study out that suggests you and your partner arguing in a respectful manner is actually somewhat healthy for your relationship. It builds a bond because if there's no respect there, you got some major issues. But if there's
Yeah.
respect there and y'all arguing, it's a totally different space. But
I don't call it an argument. I call it a disagreement,
right,
right? You know,
Yeah.
you have a constructive disagreement where you have a back and forth and you building on something you don't agree, and that's natural. That's
right,
going to happen. Like you're not
right,
going to agree on everything, so
right.
that's healthy. Like you said, that's healthy. But I mean, a lot of
Peace, peace,
people,
and peace.
yeah, and that's why I was going to say too. A lot of women mistake for a guy leaving because they think he's leaving for a piece, but he's leaving because he didn't have peace there in the
Right,
relationship.
right,
So, so it's a lot more to that situation. But again, ladies, guys are very simple.
right.
If it's peaceful in the environment that he comes home to, that he's around you and it's peaceful,
Girl,
that
let me give you
guy,
his whole check.
yeah,
He
that
give you his
guy,
whole check.
That is
that guy's
The
gonna be
whole
totally
check.
different with you.
He'll give you the whole check. He'll go to work every day and give you the whole check. I'm just saying. It's just mandatory. What's
Yeah,
up, girl?
What's up?
Forehead.
oh
Sorry
God.
for the late arrival.
you
Yeah,
good. We good. Just hop in here. Trish Michelle,
Yes,
thank you for
sir.
tapping in because
Jocelyn was
Josh,
missing you.
I
She
feel
yeah,
needed.
attacked.
Josh,
Please save
Oh,
me.
oh, y'all attacking folks?
no,
Yes.
No,
we
she
were
probably
giving
felt a little bit attacked because it's two
we were
brothers. You know
giving
what I'm saying? So,
the male point of view, and she needed some backup on some things that she was saying. So now you here. Now you can provide that balance and that backup if
Okay.
necessary.
I
But
got
hey,
you, y'all.
we
I got
we
you.
gonna have a constructive conversation. So that's where
right.
we at.
I got you. I got you. Appreciate
Yes,
All
it.
yes.
right,
We
all
in
right.
there.
So all right,
I
so
feel. I feel whole now.
Aw.
all right, so here's the question that spawned all this, and we call the episode different folks, different strokes, because different people will spawn a different reaction from people, a different
Right.
you from that situation, and I think a lot of people don't understand that because they get upset when you've been in a situation where you see your ex and you're like, well, when he was with me or when she was with me, she wasn't doing all that. Now look at her doing all this and doing all that, or he doing all this and doing all that. Well, sometimes it's the person. When they was with you, they wasn't really feeling you like that. And this person they with now, they got a better connection with. And sometimes it was your fault. You know what I'm saying? It was it was your fault. The reason why she didn't treat you that way, or he didn't
Well,
treat you that way. So
hallelujah.
but the question we got was, I think Trisha Michelle sent this to us, was the question was, do you guys believe that we experience people differently narrative? Now that's something that had been floating around social media. A lot of conversation was being had about it. And basically it seems like something very basic. And we know that, hey, we meet somebody, they're not going to treat us like they treated the last person in most cases, or we're not going to treat the next person like we treated the last person. But there are people out there who do that,
That is a
who
fact.
go into a new situation with the same mindset and the
Mm.
same tricks and think that it's going to work. So yeah,
And
so
it don't work.
this conversation should be very, very interesting. So I'm going to ask Trisha Michelle first, right? Since you just got here, so we're going to pick on you
We're gonna
first.
pick on you. Forehead. Welcome to the show.
So
Okay, fine.
so with any of your exes, have you seen one of your exes or observed them on social media or in real life, and they were acting totally different than what they acted with you, or had a totally different demeanor, and you're like, whoa, where was this person when you were with me?
Um,
Uh-oh.
actually, you know what? I'll say yeah. I was gonna say no, only because like I don't be checking for them, so I really don't care what they're doing. But there's some that you can't help but check for, like you're not checking for them, but be exposed to their lives when they
Yeah.
are attached to you in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, example, father of your kids type thing.
Yes.
So we were together for a very long time, years, and the final like commitment in marriage and all that wasn't a thing. And he married now. So I guess though, yeah, there's he's probably like the only one though, and that's it. Everybody else, I don't know what they're doing. I couldn't tell. I don't know where they at. I don't know.
That's interesting. Now he could be having withdrawals and remorse and not wanting to let the new girl go and realize that, dang, I probably should have married her. So that is in the equation.
No, I wasn't ready for it.
Oh, yeah, shit. I know, but see, it doesn't mean that you wasn't ready for it. It's probably
I thought I was, but then I was younger. So then as you get older, you're like, ooh, he was putting up with that. So I get it now, but you know, so that also initiates a person to act different too. You got a different person that you with. So he's not with the Patricia that he was dealing with back then. He's with whoever he's with, and they brought out that out of him because I wouldn't have married me either. But I
savage.
I wasn't an L raiser or nothing, but I mean at the same time I wasn't ready. And yeah, so that's just being truthful with yourself too. So you got to reflect on yourself. Don't be like, dang, they different when you was not it.
Right.
I think that's huge that you admitted that, because people don't admit their faults, and they don't admit when they was the ones that messed up in the situation, right? They had some drawbacks. You know what I'm saying? And we
needed.
We all grow and mature. So you know, hopefully you're not the same person you were, you know what I'm saying, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We all should have grown and changed and went through a few changes by now. You know, in your lives that, you know, you should be getting better as you get older, not worse. So
that's the problem. If you're getting worse.
It's big time.
Big time. Looking worse too.
Well, hey,
somebody you was with, fine, and then you look back, you're like, what happened to you?
I mean, people let themselves go, but we can't be too harsh on things like that. It could be things going on in their lives that's factored into letting themselves go, depression.
It could be health issues, you know.
It could be health issues. It could be a lot of things. So I don't ever want to jump on nobody's looks. I don't want to, you know, beat nobody down for that. But you know, they might not be your cup of tea later. But we ain't gonna talk about it.
That's true. Them women and them girls back in the high school, I'm sorry, Ken.
Yeah, leave that alone. leave that alone. All right,
Miss called ugly. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Leave that alone, my guy. All right, Miss Josh, talk to the people. Let them know. Did you experience anything like that where you had an ex that was, you know what I'm saying, not too much of a good guy? Let's put it that way for you. But when they left your presence, they acted a totally different way, and you were like, where was this person at when you were with me?
I would say no, but only because I feel like I always leave all the guys in better positions. Like I overly take care of them, overly teach them, and then it's like, oh, you done with me? Okay. And so I don't expect them to act any different because they didn't already learn and train good. So no.
Look at that.
You see that? I did that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I taught him everything you know.
So you passing them over to new people, and they getting the fruits of your labor.
She said she needs thank you letters.
You need thank you letters.
Christmas cards.
Christmas cards, gift cards, Amazon.
I got matching pajamas because of her.
Exactly.
She whipped them in shape because she's from the army. That's sorry. That sergeant was coming out.
She out here drill sergeant style. She out here creating a guy, build a bear. She done built the dude and then just passing him out like, he's a slightly finished product. You can have him.
You can have him. I'm done with him.
So I live a poly life.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on,
We need to
time
hear
out,
that loud and clear.
See, you
It's
don't
hard
start it.
to
See what you
build
done
one
started?
person. It's hard
time
to build
out.
one person, just have multiple.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit then. Let's talk about that a little bit then, because we actually have a friend of the show, Mr. Ernest
Right.
Drone. Shout out to Ernest Drone. He is a big advocate for the
Right.
poly life, and we actually told him that we need to have a whole episode about that, because what I don't want to do is have people continue to talk about something that they know nothing about,
Mm.
Right.
right? And they don't have the real information from people who are actually involved in it. So we don't have to dig too far, but
Okay.
let's just talk about, if you could, for a second, like, how did you get involved in it, and what made you decide to delve into poly life?
I'm bisexual, so I like women first, and I just felt like I always deserved it. Like anything else you want, like if I want a girl and a guy, I should be able to have that. I just had to find the right community and
Right.
words for it. So
Yeah.
I kind of always lived it.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? A lot of this stuff is new, being put out there. It's not new in concept, because it's been going
Ain't
on.
going around.
Yeah.
But as far as people knowing about it and getting more and more educated on it and choosing that
Choose-
lifestyle
Why not?
is, yeah, because let's just be honest here. A
Like
lot
every-
of guys, like, yeah, I want to be a part of that. But when they become,
They ain't ready.
when they get a glimpse
They
of it,
don't
they like,
understand. Yeah.
nah, I
They
don't want to be a
forgot
part of
about
that.
attitudes and two.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Two
now-
emotions, two hug.
Right. So, Josh, let me ask you this though: do you find yourself in that space having to build up more women or more men? Are you having to pass more men on, or are you having to look at more women and say, yeah, go on about your business? Which one?
I'm probably more tough on women. My expectations are more and that kind of thing. So they probably fail faster. And then guys might woo me a little bit more. And yeah.
Okay. Understandable.
So you
Because
more
I understand in that space, you know what I'm saying? There has to be a maturity level there off the top.
Sure.
Right.
For sure. It's the transparency and honesty and respect. Those three things, like if you could do those, you've mastered it all. You gotta say what's hard, you gotta tell the truth, you gotta think ahead and be like, oh, this might make her feel some kind of way. So let me at least, work around it. That kind of thing. It's a lot for two people. You gotta do it.
Tiptoeing around emotions, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Trish Michelle, did you have something to say?
Yeah. And so in that, from what I'm getting, you're the more masculine female, right?
I probably would be most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, y'all. We don't try to get in folks' business, but when we hear something that piques our interest,
Right.
say we got to ask a couple of questions, just
Right.
just a little bit, just a little
We
bit,
gotta dabble in it for a little bit.
just a little bit,
Just a
just
little
a
bit.
little bit.
Stick your toe in the water and see.
Keep your
I
toes
thought
on.
about doing an educational on it.
Right.
Just for questions.
Okay.
So, because the episode is different strokes, different folks,
Yeah.
do you happen to meet the same type of individuals? Like they say they're ready, they're not ready. They say they want it, but they ain't really about that. Do you happen to meet those type of people all the time?
I definitely got a lot of trisexual women. They just want to try to be bisexual. I don't want to be your trainer, your test dummy. No. Men get their heart broken and they don't know it's coming. You try to warn them, like, you never seen me like in love with somebody else, or you know what I mean? Like y'all ego is different and it hit you and it hit a little different. But if you can figure it out in yourself and I can help you be more comfortable somewhere, then I'll do that for sure. So
she just passing them along. She like, yeah,
Nah,
bro, you ain't it. Here you go, dog. Like,
no, you meet a lot
now
of
it makes sense.
You just got to know what space the person
Right.
fits in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's the hardest thing though, because having conversations with Ernest about it, it's the guys that struggle the most, because, like she said, their egos, and they come into the situation just thinking, yeah, I'm gonna have multiple women, but
Yeah.
they don't
And
understand
when
that
the
in some
woman has
cases,
multiple, they
that's
trip.
exactly what I'm getting at. Like
Right.
where they want to take part in the sharing, but when she shares with somebody else, then it's like, hold on. I don't like that part. And it's like
Right.
it's like you either in or you out.
A little
Right.
Like,
imbalance. You gotta have a balance. Gotta have a
Right.
balance.
So
yeah.
that's why I said, because of today's episode, meeting different people. When you're in a particular space, you're probably meeting people who are just, like she said, trisexuals. I just want to try it, but they get involved, the emotions get in, and then they find out that ain't really, because to see your man or your woman with somebody else, I mean, that might not sit well with you, and you're just trying to try something, and you're like, oh shoot. So
Yeah, hurt your own little feelings.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That is tough. All right. So,
So,
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said it's still a step you got to take, though. Either way, it's gonna hurt. You just got to be ready for it, or
She passed. She passed it like John Stockton out here, King.
Yo,
Dishing like Ricky Rubio in this joint. What's going
no.
on?
but I
No,
think
they are just not. They're not fit for the
For the
lifestyle,
experience, right?
and so therefore, she ain't got time to waste.
Right.
Sure, that's
Well,
the-
she's an Army. Now, hold on. What was your rank in the Army?
I was just E5.
E5? Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you were still bossing people around.
No, it's really not my favorite thing to do.
Right.
I'm not a delegator, honestly. I prefer you to just understand what you need to do, get it done, and make sure you get it done. Then I'll be in your ass.
Right.
so. Well, two things. So, is that the way you operate in your relationships as well?
We set boundaries, and then yes, you do whatever you feel you need to do to make you happy. And if it doesn't fit for me, it just won't fit for me.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I ain't gonna ask about the last part because you said you was getting in their ass, and I don't want to know if you was really doing that. I don't want to know that though.
We don't want to know which part.
We gonna run to Kevin Hart on that. No. we gonna skip over that one. You know what I'm saying? But but seriously, man, we appreciate you in being transparent in that,
Yeah.
because like I said, there's so many new things out there that people would like to experience and they hear about, but it's not too often that you really get the insight from a person who's involved in these things, who can give you some real information. So we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Sure.
All right. So in talking about the different folks, different strokes, I think that one big part of it is the how people are brought up and their life experiences shape who these people are, the mindset and their approach to life.
Right.
So it would behoove you to try to figure out also and try to get as much information on somebody that you're dating and somebody that you're serious about, and try to figure out like what their parents were like, what kind of relationship their parents had, what kind of models of relationships they had, right? Because that's going to tell you they're going to have a relationship with you.
The apple don't fall too far from the tree, as they say, right?
Yeah. So, if you see that, you have a young lady, her mother is, a household lady, she cooks, she cleans and things like that. Not saying that she's going to do the same thing, because I've seen total opposite,
Right.
but there's a good chance
she has some elements of it there, right?
That at least she knows.
She knows how to
do
boil
those things.
Well, she know how to boil water.
Yeah, she boiling in the microwave nowadays. So but same thing with guys. If you got a guy that grew up in a household and you go visit the parents for the first time and you see the dad outside mowing the yard, he's taking care of the house and things like that, that guy has had some sight line of, okay, this is what, even though we've gotten away from the gender role type of deal,
right,
we all have some space that we fit in inside a relationship. Right. And a lot of times we start at the basics, of this is what you saw mom do, this is what you saw dad do. And and especially for some of these younger generation, they see a whole nother dynamic. So, you know, uh, their relationships and our children's relationships and moving forward are gonna look way
different. Right.
Gonna look
Because
way different.
the household is ran different nowadays. Because both parents are working like Hebrew slaves. So the kids are kind of out doing whatever they want to do for the most part. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you better stay away from Hebrews.
Right, you better. They gonna. That was Benji, y'all. Y'all remember who said it? Don't.
Listen, y'all can come for me. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I ain't scared of none of y'all.
All right, so Trisha Michelle, do you think that that's true? Like the upbringing is part of the personality of the person, and how they deal with you, or how they deal with their friends, or things like that? Or have you seen cases where person was brought up a certain way, but they're totally opposite from what they were brought up?
Yeah. I believe for sure. With specific examples, I know somebody. His dad works a lot, like a workaholic. You can't really reach him like that. A little iffy on the commitment side for the early parts of his younger years of life. Before, so like he literally almost followed the same exact footsteps to the T.
Right.
And
it's a workaholic, like gotta go all day.
Yeah,
right.
and had his run in with the law a little bit, little spurt, same thing. Like it was just almost like mirror. And then on a separate end, I am literally I'm a sprinkle of both my parents, honestly, because I'll be out there mowing lawn and stuff too, and to fix a car. But
I know that's right.
I'm a daddy's son. But
right. Most daughters are, if they grew up around their dads.
Yeah. So, but at the same time,
love their father. Men love their daughters for sure.
Oh yeah. But my mom, she cooks, she cleans, she take care of the house, she take care of my dad, she take care of the family, like, and I do all that too. I'm there for literally almost everybody that I could possibly be for, and that's from her. Even stories that you wouldn't even think. It's like she had her child young, I had my child young. Did I think that was ever gonna happen in my life? Like I don't know. We really end up being
similar.
One of us, because there's 6 of us, and I really mirror her story a lot. So, which is crazy. So I would say, yeah, like you definitely want to kind of do a little bit of research and see like their family or who they surround themselves with, or their background that they've been around the most, because they tend to follow something or some traits of the sort from those people for sure.
Now, Patricia, let me ask you this: where on the list is meeting a guy's parents on that list for you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't care. Ain't really worried about it. Where on your list is that?
I won't say don't care. It just, first of all, it just matters who you are to me. Like, because I'm trying to figure out if you're even going to be around. So no, I don't want to meet your parents first. I want to figure out us and what we're doing and how we mesh before like I meet your parents. Now, if I just so happen to lose at an event, that happens. It just happens. But I'm not really pushing that issue up front for a while. So where, like time wise, I can't give you a specific time, but it's nowhere near the first, like for a while. Like I need to figure out who you gonna be, because you might not even last within the first year. I had a dude, he had kids. We dated for a year. I didn't meet his kids for like I don't want to. We don't need to, and then he didn't even last a year anyway. So
okay,
you want to push things, you know.
Right.
But see, here's the problem with that. Like we ask all the time, what if you wait that long to meet the kids and they ugly, right?
The kids being ugly got to do with me.
But I'm just saying, like, or the kid's bad. Like the kids are ill behaved.
Kids with the
right? Or both. I
got that.
So you get serious and you meet the kids within that year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a deal breaker if the kids are bad, out of pocket, out of order, ugly, all of that?
First of all, ugly, I'm not reproducing. So I can feel like what your kids look like. I don't have to worry about it because we're not having it. So that don't matter. As far as bad, now it just depends on how bad or how often the kids are around too. Because and then how much of an influence I can possibly have on them too.
Yeah.
Because they might just have a mom that don't care, but then they're around a good influence of mother figure, and it
Right.
changes who they are and how they act. So it really just depends for me. I can't just be like, oh, you're badass kids. Like, hey, and I might feel that way, but I got
But
to
you
like,
know you can't say it all the time, right?
But see, here's the thing: when you get upset with the kid and the kid is a little funny looking, you're gonna roast the kid. You know what I'm saying? Just
That is a fact.
Like you gotta be an adult. You gotta be an adult.
Hold on, why we
in
got
your
to be an
head
adult
though.
all
In
the
your
time?
head,
Why we can't be?
hold on. In your head though, you're gonna be like, sit your little ugly ass down. Sit down.
That is a fact.
You can repent later. Like that's me.
You gonna ask for forgiveness.
God, please forgive me.
Lord, forgive me, but that baby,
Lord, you know that kid ugly.
you know that kid mouth. I can't deal with.
Lord, you know he's special looking. You made him,
Right.
so Lord, we're gonna ask that
Lord,
you
you
just
know
bless his behavior.
Yo, all right, so Josh.
Hold on. Yeah, we got we gotta hear from Miss Josh, man, because we ain't gonna just pick on Trish Michelle today. So, Miss Josh, what do you think? What do you think when you meet somebody in that situation? And like Ben said, they got kids. Kids are not well behaved. The kids might be funny looking. Trish Michelle said she ain't worried about the funny looking, but you tell us how you feel about that.
Right.
Hey, listen, I know how to be a little petty with kids when they get on your nerves, but I ain't gonna hurt their feelings. I probably say it in my head though. But bad kids, I agree that they might need just a little bit more structure. I can do that obviously, and we'll have fun. And then if we don't like each other, we just don't like each other.
Exactly. Like, see?
But is it a deal breaker though for the relationship? Because this is talking Patricia's space where you meet a guy and you date him for a year, and then you finally meet the kid or the kids, and they are bad, ugly, whatever you want to say. Is that a deal breaker? Because now you're meeting somebody that you might have feelings for, but their kids are kind of the issue in between there. How does that work for you though?
No, I think two adults, if the kids are respectful, or at least you get on them about being respectful to me, and me and you have some longevity, or we see something that really matches, or like if I need to put up with your kids, we're gonna put up with the kids and we're gonna figure it out.
Right.
Because kids don't be there forever. So if we really trying to like kick it with each other, then we're gonna have to work through the kids.
Facts. Like, and then like what she said for sure is, if in response to how they're acting, how does he react? Is he telling them, yo, get it together, or is he just letting them kids talk any type of way? Because that's where the deal breaker comes, where it's just I'm battling you and the kids because you don't even care. Like, that's where things are at. And I would say, so the dating for a year and not meeting the kids, first of all, communicated wise, that was our agreement.
Okay.
Until we figured out what things was, and it was some sound foundation, we kept the kids out of it. So and thank God we did, because I'm not for exposing my kids to people that they don't need to see ever again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that makes total sense.
I think it's a middle ground to that though. You can just ask them, do you have pictures of your kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to meet them. You can just ask for pictures.
That's a good one.
Videos, little things from off his little stuff that he has.
Oh, little Leroy.
Oh, does he have silver teeth? Oh, wow.
What?
Nice.
Look, you over here looking at you like, little nigga look bad. Okay.
We ain't taking no ugly, baby. We ain't taking no ugly pictures. I'm trying to tell you.
And he don't brush his teeth.
Brushing teeth is not enforced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Listen, I'm a crack the whip kind of guy, so I get accused of being a little bit militant. So I'm big on that, because I think things that you say, especially to your parents or the person, especially somebody's looking out for you. If I got a chick that's looking out for me, you ain't finna talk sideways like that to nobody around with, So I'm big on that. But some parents are very lenient with how they have those conversations with their kids. And it's like, yo, like we don't roll like that. So
yeah. I have my little sister teaches my niece to she's the younger generation, so to speak your mind, express yourself, and we don't ever want to stop nobody from doing that. But I've heard it with my mom a couple times, and I'm like, "Who you talking to?" When I'm on the phone, like, "Who? You better sit down in that car, like, cause
like who, like what you say?"
You better sit down. I'm on the speaker. You better sit down.
It's like come again. Say huh? Say huh?
I'm listening. Like
you probably be on the other side. Like
you want me to hop through this phone?
Listen, it can get real. And the kids are expressive nowadays, so they're taught to speak their mind. That's a good point because they are being exposed to so much. So if you're meeting people and you're talking to people, and kids become products of their environment, I believe so. But that's another story.
Yeah. So okay. So Benji, before you got married, what kind of things that you saw in a lady made you want to go harder for them? Made you want to change? Made you want to do something that maybe you weren't used to or that you didn't want to do?
Well, for me, I always knew what I wanted out of a woman, and that was huge for me because I'm a visionary. So there's things I already have in my mind that I want to accomplish, that I want to do, that I've already started that path on. So off top, and I've met a lot of women. If you couldn't be in that space with me and we couldn't both find peace in that space, I already knew you weren't for me. So you might be cool to kick it with because I wouldn't date no ugly chicks. So you might be fine. So it was cool for us to go out, hang out, chill. Like I'm still picking you up to go to the comedy show. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to chill, we're going whatever. But I ain't ever think for a second that you're marriage material. Like you cool as heck. Like I can talk to you, have a glass of wine with you, chill out, whatever. But from that aspect, it was like, nah. So that was kind of the thing for me. But what made me like change it up was like my wife was the total helper to everything that I had going on in my life, even the ideas and the visions and the creativity. She wasn't scared of it. Because when I'm in dreamer mode, like I dream some stuff that you'd be like, what? Like, it's like, yeah, like I see this and I see that. And that's huge to me because the last person you want crushing your dreams is the person you sleeping with every night.
Yeah.
And that's huge for me because I don't believe a man outside of his purpose is kind of really worth much at all. Mm-hmm. So if he's in his purpose, like his value is going to speak for itself. And if you can contribute to that value, it just makes it 10 times better. Plus you benefit from it. So that was kind of my thing. So it was that's what made me go in a little bit different. Help from like the top. And I mean the help towards a legitimate cause, a legitimate purpose.
That's dope.
That's dope. All right, Miss Josh.
You made me fall in love with your wife. Where's she at?
Look here, don't you be pulling up on my wife, girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I need, a helpmate.
Now, I'll say this though. I think it's in a lot of women. I think that purpose is there. They just continue to meet the same guys, or they settle for the same men.
Okay.
Because on this side, you don't run everything.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, not all women, because the masculine ones, boy, who used to being the alpha, so to speak, you can't tell them much of nothing.
That's not always true, because I'm definitely
not always true, but in a lot of
find somebody that lets you live in your soft girl era.
Indeed.
Right.
Not you can tell me no if you can tell me no.
That's it. Like that's it. That's all.
Wow.
And then I'll be like, all right.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Man, listen, we ain't bringing Jill Scott on the show right now.
No, right? You just fail fast. You don't work. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Now see, because when we have that conversation, then you have to bring in the idea also that why didn't it work? because that's easy to say, but why didn't it work? Somebody ain't got good listening skills, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody ain't got something that made it fall apart. It's never just, you ain't the fit. I could always pinpoint a chick and be like, you know what? Yeah, no, she don't fit.
No.
Cool, fine, like all of that. But nah, she ain't gonna be able to handle this space like that. Because like I said, I can be militant sometimes. So the orders are the orders. Like that's what I need done. Like I need you to put 1,500 over there because that's coming out tomorrow. And if you don't do it, and then we incur a fee and we got it. Like certain things you just, you can't, it becomes a struggle when you got to say things over and over and over again. Like that becomes tiring.
Definitely.
Yep. Well, I always tell people you have to be careful for what you ask for. You have to looking for a helpmate and you end up finding a help me.
Right.
So if you didn't get that one, you'll get it on your way home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Put that on a t-shirt. Make sure that clip comes out.
Yeah. All right. So Miss Josh, like talk to us about that. Like what type of things that a guy or a young lady could do in a relationship with you that will make you go harder?
I love effort. Effort and consistency for me is like surprise me or write me a love letter and put it on my door before I go to work. Yeah, I like a romance that'll make me go hard, and then work ethic for sure. I like to hustle. I'm in the stock market. I have car rentals, stuff like that. So I need you to also want to be business, do business, be my assistant sometimes, me be your assistant sometimes, but definitely hard work ethic. That makes me go hard.
So
that's that Army military stuff.
No, that's that I was poor stuff. I don't never want to be poor again.
I like that.
So, okay, correct me if I'm wrong now. That sounds like one of your love languages, at least, is acts of service. That's what that sounds like. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
I see you. You identifying.
Yeah. We big on love languages. We big on love languages.
Right.
Yeah.
We hit the type. No, I don't think any one of us on this show, our normal panel, Ken, Patricia, any of us are ever okay with a lack of effort. We're all quid pro quo people. Yeah. Like we're all dispensed out probably more than we get poured into. So
that's me.
As they say, we match energy. Yes. We match energy. Whatever you put in, I'm putting in. You know what I'm saying? Yes. If I see you slacking, then I'm gonna back away. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple.
Right.
All right, Trish Michelle, what about you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What you on? What in a relationship can make Trish Michelle go harder?
A partner. Like, honestly, whatever it is I'm trying to do, or if say we're trying to do something, like I just need you to have things that you desire to do, and I could jump in and be a part of that or help you like communicate. At the same time, I like a check-in. How you doing? How's your mental? I need that every now and then. The little I love you and let's talk about this. And I'm affirmations. So we won't talk. That's what we're gonna do. So I need someone that is in tune with that and in tune with me to know that I need that. And because if somebody give me that like that, I guess a big percentage of affirmations for me. So like you could and clean my house. I don't know which one that is, but
that falls under acts of service. That falls under acts of service.
That'll make you have a real good night.
If I come in the house and it's glistening, I'll be like, okay, sure. It's about to be a good night.
Hey, fellas, y'all better get the cleaning. Go to the store, get you some cleaning products, some Fabuloso, some comments,
some Pine Sol, Ajax. Make sure you get your microfiber towels because they don't leave that little film around. You know what I'm saying? You can wipe and it comes clean. With your Swiffer mop. You know what I'm saying?
And really, that just equates to take some things off of my table. So
right.
Be my partner, help me out. Yeah, so that we can communicate. We're gonna get things done. As long as you ain't sitting down lazy and don't want to do anything and you just in your little shell over there, we're not gonna work out. So
yeah.
So what happens if you meet? Have you guys met guys? I'm sure the answer is yes. But have you met guys that didn't match your work ethic, so to speak? And how did that make you feel? What was your first thought initially, if you've ever dated that type of guy?
I have dated that type of guy, but I think I grew on him. So I wasn't like that at first. I was married to him 13 years, I think. So I kind of grew on him. And then when I outworked him and I out annualized the monetary, no,
Right.
he ain't like it. He used
Wow.
to just like give me like passive aggression and like, oh, you got a big dog, you don't need me.
Oh, the jealousy little reminder.
Oh.
But
No. You got to be a manager in this. You got to be a manager. If she's making more than you still got to be the best manager that there is.
yeah, so that didn't work for me. But I wouldn't hold it against anybody else. As long as they're putting effort and they're doing something, I'm not going to take care of you. When we get to a certain level, we can take care of each other. But initially, if you're not taking care of yourself, I can't really talk to you.
Right.
Man,
Same thing, Patricia.
he should have took advantage of that. You come home to a clean. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this house, and it's gonna be some food ready when you get home, baby.
In this joint. Do you hear me? How squeaky clean until we get back on our feet. You know what I'm saying? I've never understood that though. Why a guy would be intimidated. I was brought up different. I saw my uncle struggle, but I saw him get it back. I saw him lose everything and then buy a mansion. Like I saw that. And so to see him cook, clean while my aunt went out to work, but he was still like pursuing. Like he was still doing his thing. And then eventually, and so I never understood why guys were intimidated in that space. I don't understand it.
That's just because you were used to seeing and being exposed to something different. So someone else that ain't seen that, they're gonna look at it,
I just feel like it's a partnership, right? So if you're down, I'm supposed to be up, and when I'm down, you supposed to be.
The percentage is gonna change, but as long as it equates to 100%,
yeah, and not me all the time,
and not me all the time. Yes, I need to show something, and I'm gonna need you to figure out how to be 80. And if you're not, and I'm 80, like we going back, and then we meet 50, and then it's. But let me see you moving on the scale.
Right. Can't be at 10% every day, all day.
Yeah.
6%. Give me some 70. Give me some 80. Give me some 90. Yeah, bring the flowers. Yeah, cook sometimes. Yeah, have the house clean. Call the maid. But see, those are things I think people overlook in the beginning if they're just initially just super attracted to a person.
Yeah. But that's not, they're not doing their research. They're not getting to know them. They're not talking and asking questions. And they just jumped in the bed with them real quick. And now they have a sexual, physical attraction. And they think they found the love of their life because the dick is good. Or vice versa. And they are overlooking all the red flags. We had that.
Yeah.
They are literally not compatible in any way whatsoever. And all they think about is that thing they riding on or sitting up inside of every night.
That's fair.
They fit together like Lego pieces, but nothing else is going on.
Got it in a chokehold.
Well, some of these ladies like being choked. Yeah, they like being choked.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's why she's still there.
Hey, we talked about that backstage because
that's why she's still there.
That's why she's still there. Yeah, chokehold.
Yep, that is. It's true.
What are we? We are farmers. That's what it is.
All right. So this is one of the things that sticks out about this too when you talk about different folks, different strokes, is people have to understand that all love isn't created equal, right? When you say you love people, we talk about that all the time too, because when you say I love you, it has a different connotation than love you or I have love for you. Right. It's levels to it, and it's different ways of saying it, but every love that you experience is not going to be the same love, or it's not going to be equal to what you had before or what you will have in the future. So, Benji, talk about that for a minute, bro. Talk about that from a man's standpoint. Like, you've experienced love a few times in your life. So, how did you know this last love that you have this young lady that you married, that you call your
Right.
wife now? How did you know that was different?
Well, I think as you mature, you start to realize that nobody is perfect. Like nobody is going to meet every last one of your expectations. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try for that person. I think for me, it's the being considerate. Like I think as you get, more mature or a mature person, at the end of the day, you realize the consideration holds a whole bunch of weight because we run into a lot of people who just don't care about us flat, period. They either just want you for a specific thing and that's it. If you can weed those people out and find that person that's actually considerate or concerned about you, to me, you got you a winner because we live in a cold space and folks will take your money. Yes, they'll roll with you on dates, won't even offer the tip. Yes, they'll complain about going to the Cheesecake Factory. Like they'll do all of these little weird things. And if you ain't careful, you'll to recognize that people are just inconsiderate of who you are in its totality. Like I had one chick who thought she could talk to me any kind of way because she did things for me. Now, for me, coming from where I come from, I can't deal with no loudmouth woman because that's what I grew up with. Like the total disrespect, loud, cursing men out, stabbing men, domestic abuse. Like I came from that, dog. Like I saw that like back and forth all day. And I'm like, yo, like, never. And I know me. I don't want to put myself in that space. So this chick thought she could talk to me any kind of way just because she did nice things for me. And when you find yourself almost about to catch a case, listen here. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Like, take your watch back, take your shoes back, like take the fit back. Like, I don't need you, go over there and stay way.
Did you give her your drawers back too?
Man,
Oh wow.
Like you can have it all. Don't even breathe over here no more. Cause I can't
You just don't take them and smell them.
Right.
Because you can't do it. So that's big for me. So my lady isn't like that. So it makes a huge difference for me. Like I know what I can put up with and what I'm not going to put up with. And at the end of the day, like if you don't set that boundary and set that space, people gonna walk all over. You give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile for sure.
All right. So Trisha Michelle, how about you? How did you recognize the love was different for the situation you have now versus previous situations?
You know what? When you have a best friend as your mate, and someone that loves you properly, you learn that you begin to learn that you were loved improperly.
Right.
And it brings out things that you didn't know. So when you start realizing what these things are that are coming to the surface and you understand why and how and who is at the base of that, who's causing this,
Right.
you understand that this person is somebody that is fit for you, right for you, and is actually showing you what it means to be loved properly. So to have that, like, and to have you look back on other things and be like, okay, this is all making sense, and it's like a well-oiled machine over here. So I mean, I ain't got no complaint.
Right.
Dope.
I love that for you.
All right, so Miss Josh,
Just threw the smile out there and forget it. It's over.
Yeah. So Miss Josh, you have a different scenario, right? You have a different situation, possibly, right? In the lifestyle that you have told us earlier that you were involved in poly. So the love is going to be a little bit different, right? It might have to be from the traditional standpoint of equality, right? Because we're used to two people. You're sharing, and now it'd be three, right? So you have to find the balance of however many it is. It's just
here you go.
it's just, it goes from that balance like we talked about earlier, 50-50, 20-80. Now we doing whole math problems over
How
here
does that
because
percentage rotate in that 100 percentile with 3?
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it does kind of work like that, having different people meet your 100%. I think that's the best part of it, right? Aside from having feminine and masculine energy, for me, it's like, oh, I can really talk to my man about structure with the kids and help me with that. And then I can really call my girlfriend and we can go get our nails done and work on self-care and that kind of stuff. So they provide different kind of love. So I think that, yeah, that's the big difference in levels of love. So
I mean, kind of low key. Well, for some women with just the man, he's not going to the nail shop with her sometimes. I mean, he might go get feet done. But
it ain't even the same.
I gotta stay in the nail shop.
It is a different aspect when you're going with a female, and so it's something that men, no matter what, even if you come in with us to get your feet done, it's not, you can't feel that. So she's still getting that, and so she kind of get a little plus over there. Okay.
Now let me ask this, Jocelyn, because who provides the most on the love scale to you? Do you find yourself 60 on the woman's side, 40 on the men's side, or how does that work? Or does it even matter? Or do you even think about it at all?
I guess I don't think about it. I just know what I have fallen in love with mostly. Mostly a man, even though I think I loved women first and didn't even think about boys at first. But yeah, I've been with mostly men. But yeah, women have a special little thing in my heart.
Is that their heart? That you talking about that heart tattoo you got on your chest right there?
That's the women,
right? Hanging off the collarbone,
right?
Wow.
Hey, this is what it is, right?
Oh man. All right. Well, yeah, that's dope, man. And again, the perspective that you bring from that lifestyle, again, it's eye opening. It's eye opening, and people got to understand how difficult that can be for a lot of people to go outside the traditional constructs of what love is to experience that. And it's a totally different thing. So folks, I'm telling you, I have heard a lot of people that are interested in that lifestyle, and I'm like, all right, you might need to do your research, do your Googles.
She already said earlier, the men get in their feelings and they get an ego and they start tripping about it. But I think that those men are typically guys who probably initially fall heavy in love with the girl. Would you say that that's true, Jocelyn, or no? Like the guy really has fallen for you and now he can't see himself sharing you with another chick, or
so I think that's usually going to be a woman for her man. But I think the guy, he could have not even liked her that much, but when he see her like fall in love with either person, a girl and a guy, because when she's with a girl, she's gonna be all extra emotional and clingy and cute, and he like, who's she laughing at? The girl is in the phone. And when it's with a dude, he's gonna be jealous and he's gonna be like, oh, why she like him? I could be like that. Or you just have insecurities you're gonna work with on both sides. But nah, he don't even gotta like her. It's still gonna hurt his feelings. I mean, if
that's that
like,
ego, that's that pride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think at the same time, some dudes come into that lifestyle thinking it's just him being able to be with a whole bunch of females, and he find out that the women over there is the one that's with the games, and she the one giving the attention, and then he over there looking like, and then his little ego hurt there because you really
the two girls to team up on them too.
I mean, and ain't nothing worse than two women teaming up on you, brother.
Well, there could be
But
a good, there could be a good part about that, but in this instance, we're not talking about the good part.
Yeah, we ain't talking about the good part. No. But
that's how y'all get. That's how y'all get mixed up in this already.
Right. That's the problem. They think about that type of interaction.
I'm straight. I'm all right.
We ain't talking about you personally, baby.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, my bad. I just want to make sure. I'm straight.
Say your name.
Right.
Straight.
Right-handed guy. We know.
All right, so when it comes to love and relationships and friendships, even to that matter, again, when we're around different people, we show different sides of ourselves, right? But it's funny because also when I posted about this, someone posted in the comments that people choose to see what they want to see, right, from you. So a lot of times when they're judging who you are, or kind of building up who you are in their minds, they overlook a lot of stuff because they want to see what they want to see, right? So for you, Miss Josh, it's again with your lifestyle, it seems a bit interesting that a lot of times, as Benji was just stating, the guys generally have a perception of what they think everything is and what it will be, and then it's not. So if you've had this experience before with a guy who approaches you in the poly world and they want to be with you, and this is they're new to it, have you had an experience with somebody that was new to it and it didn't work out because they weren't able to maintain what they thought they were gonna achieve?
Yes. New and experienced with the title, I guess, versus new in practice, right? Because he had 2 women before. They knew they existed, they just didn't really like it, so they chose not to speak to each other. And that exists in regular poly life too. But what's the word? The level of still boundaries that you still have to practice your boundaries. You still have to have self-regulation. It's not a free game. It's not that kind of thing. So I think that was where his growth needed to be a little higher for us to maintain. So without that, it didn't work. Yeah, that was his lack of experience that wouldn't work for me.
I'm sure some guys don't come in. Now, when does that conversation start for you with a guy or with a female? Off the top, are you like, hey, this is who I am off the top? Or how long does it take for that conversation to even come to the forefront?
So I'm a shit talker. So if we can have a few laughs and stuff, and you got me maybe on the phone for maybe a week, then I'll tell you like, hey, if you want to talk to me, just so you know, this is what it is and what it ain't. And you just got to go for it, or you have a good day.
Now I know there's been guys that said, no, I'm not with that. How does that typically go? Been talking to him for a week, and then that conversation comes up and he's not with it. How does that conversation go?
It's either like convincing, or like I could be all that you need, which is not feasible to me, but or it's a lot of people just want to ask more questions, and maybe, oh, can we be friends? And if friendship works, then it'll work. But I'm not saying, hey, I'm gonna be your friend, because friends mean a lot to me. So we just gotta have a certain kind of attraction, but again, it just needs to fit what works for that particular person.
Right.
I can understand
that. I can understand that.
I think a lot of the guys who try to be friends, they try to just hang around just long enough to see if I could, see a little bit. Can I get a little sample of what's going on before I stick my whole foot in this thing? That's what I think a lot of guys are, are curious about. that situation. So they wanna see what's going on before they make a full commitment to it.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, so I think that's what that is.
Well,
All
they
right,
need to
Tristan.
practice somewhere else.
Well,
I told
I
you she
mean,
passing them like Stockton, bro. Like 15,000 assists.
well, that is. Well, that is. All right. So Tristan Michelle, what about you? I mean, I know people. We have people always that hit us up on the show, and it's like
Right.
Tristan Michelle. She's so beautiful. She's this, she's that. She's opinionated. She has a great outlook on life. But people might not see there's a lot more to you than of
Right.
course, what they see on social media, what they experience on the show, and things of that nature. So, what is one thing that you could say honestly that people are surprised about you that they just don't see?
That I've done that same lifestyle before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're learning here, people. So, Trish Michelle, expound, please.
You said what?
He said
Expound,
expound.
please. Yeah.
No, so like been there, done that.
Okay.
Got a
Didn't.
t-shirt. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt.
Oh,
Girl,
but anywho, didn't work out because the guy thought he was in Candyland. So once I started to catch the vibe and pick up more on that, I was like, yeah, because then he was just getting a little too in his ego and thinking he could demand and talk certain ways. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work out because that's not how this works. And at the same time, I was also like the alpha masculine female in it too. So there needed to be boundaries and things that he was trying to ease his way and overstepping and stuff like that. That wasn't gonna work out. So that would be something they wouldn't think because it ain't just all over my profile.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Something I knew already, but when
Yeah.
Well, of course, Benji, we know things that the audience doesn't know. But I think that's interesting. And again, when you look at somebody, as the old folks said, you can't judge a book by its cover. Right. So I think this is, one of those things again, different folks, different strokes. You never know who, people were before they met you and who they will become while they're with you. And possibly who they will be when they move on from you.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean, saying that also that lifestyle ain't for everybody. So like, just because I'm down for that or would do that or have done that, maybe not who I'm with or whatever. No, I'm not. We're not gonna do that or whatever. Like it different strokes, different folks bring out something different, or you get something different.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing for just that lifestyle in general too.
Facts.
All right. So one other thing I really want to discuss before we start wrapping up is, again, we're big on love languages, right? Love language is super important. Super important. So no matter how many different people you're around, how many different personalities, Benji saying kinda, man,
it's not.
I mean,
you don't
say
no. Go ahead, talk.
I've said this before. Like, I'm not that huge on it. Remember, y'all had to convince me to go take the test.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To go.
Did you think it was wrong or incorrect in its results for you?
Yeah, because it didn't have my ultimate thing at the top. I'm a time guy. So
so you think you are?
No,
you answer the questions.
I know, but I know the core of me. Like, yes, I listen. One thing I do know is being.
But is it really that? Because the one thing that brought your wife to be your wife was not her time; it was her helpmate.
No, yes,
it was her helpmate.
Yes, because in her help, that meant. Because you got to understand.
I need to know what his top one was now, because it ain't time.
When I'm in the kitchen, and you can float with me, that's time for me.
No, that's a helpmate.
No, but that's time.
It's an extra service.
It's active
that's time,
service. No, you're mixing it up for time. It is what's your top percentage active service, huh?
I can't remember. I gotta go look
I swear to God, I know it is. Because every time you talk about her, it's always about what she's done and how she adds and how she contributes.
That's
in these
literally
ways,
what you just
she
said,
does.
sir.
Of
And, like,
course.
so
But
Service.
that's in her spending that time with me, because this is
in
what,
order to do those things, yes, she's gonna have to be with you.
right.
But no, it is the thing. You're not saying she's always next to me. She's always where I go. She's always in a car with me. That's fine. You're saying she's always doing this. She's always doing that. She's helping me with that. It's acts of service. You got 24 hours to give me your results.
You should record yourself and listen to yourself. So
Like,
that you,
right? Oh, we can play that. Give him that clip when he speaks about her, and the other episodes when he speaks about her. Give him those
Well,
clips.
my guy, I got to side with the ladies. It sounds very much like acts of service to me, man.
Listen, y'all ain't listen.
24
The two
hours.
women is not finna bully me on this
24
show.
hours. I'm about to
I
believe you got
mean,
24 hours. I need to know what your top was.
They
I
right though. They sounds like acts of service to me, my guy.
Is nothing wrong with it? It's okay to say that.
I mean, like I said, it's
right.
like
no, that's it. Because I guarantee you, if she stops being that helpmate or was not that before marriage, if she stopped that in any way, but was still sitting on the couch with you, that wasn't gonna do it.
Fact.
I mean, listen, if you fine and you on the couch with me,
that ain't gonna get it though. That's not what brought her to the game.
You telling the story.
Yeah. That's not what brought her to the game, man. You said her helping you was what impressed you, and that's acts of service, my guy.
You said you didn't have many of fine looking women, but they didn't make the cut. So clearly sitting on the couch fine ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that part I can agree with, okay, and I give you, I'll lean towards your opinion. 55, 45,
24 hours.
55, 45. I lean toward
24 hours.
Your idea, your concept on it. All right, I'll lean toward that. All right, I'll give y'all 55, 45. All right, can't concede.
Just stubborn as all hell.
I see.
Yeah, that's definitely acts of service, and it's okay, and it's okay, man, because I think and you have to keep in context too that a lot of people have to understand that your love language can change, right? It can change through different portions of your life because certain things become more important, right? Like Trish Michelle said, words of affirmation are important to her, so. It's not only just the words of affirmation, it's probably how you say them and when you say them that are also important. So I'm telling this to the guys, we have got to do better with paying attention to these small details, because this is how you not only win over a lady's heart, but this is how you keep it.
Right.
And
this I told you I had a tough day. Don't tell me, that's tough.
Dang. Hold on. Oh, that's what's up.
Like, how's your day at work? And I'm like, man, it's just
that's what's up.
And he's like, that's tough. I'm gonna be like,
dang, that's what's up.
It is tough when I hang up on you. Have a good day.
Okay.
Like,
that's when Jocelyn though. That's when she calling her homegirl.
No, because we're gonna require something of him still. You're not just gonna get. She's not gonna just fill in while you never have to equate to something. You still need to be that.
But is that true, Jocelyn? Is because it's a whole balance thing of what you need. If it's saying, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what's up. And he's like, man, I had a tough day. Are you
bro? Yeah, I'm not your bro. That's tough. No, how about what do you need? Do you want to talk about it? Like, what else are you there for?
Right, right. So that's when you go on to go talk to, you know what I'm saying, your homegirl. Like,
No, you're making it seem like he's excused because she has someone else that can fill those shoes.
I mean, she did say half the time she dishing like dinner,
so that, yes.
Kicking him to the curb.
She notices that he homeboying her, then he out.
Yeah. They just fail fast. We're not going to be sitting here wasting time, but if I see progress, I'm still going to teach you how to treat me. So
Facts.
Everybody
Now,
should
it
be
is a huge thing that people are saying, I'm not here to teach a grown person how to treat me. I don't fall under that line of logic. I think you do need to teach people how to
I
treat
think it's ignorant to say that because at the
Yeah,
same
it
Right.
time, everybody is different, and you didn't just walk into my front door knowing everything I need. And
Right.
just by walking around, you might pick up some things, but there's
Right.
some things we're not going to grasp everything. And then and I'm mad at you because you didn't know this about me.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it is our duty to want to learn and to teach so that we can come together here with everything. Now,
Right.
that's just dumb to say, but that's ignorant.
And that's back to consideration for me, because some things you do have to be considerate of. So that's huge for
I
me.
think it's more intentional planning for me.
Okay.
Like we're gonna already set boundaries. We're gonna already talk about what we want, what we don't like. And then when something comes, tell me right now. Say it respectfully and maybe pull it to the side if there's other people, but address it. Yeah.
ASAP, right? Don't be lingering over it, huh? Okay.
Oh, I don't like that. Not 2 weeks later, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?"
Gonna
Like,
get, gonna be
Not 2
like,
weeks.
I'd be like, "What? That's what we're doing?"
right.
2 weeks.
Nah,
Well,
that's
I'm
too
learning
long.
very quickly with some people that they just aren't good communicators, and they don't know how to communicate.
That's true.
It's saddening, because when you deal with adults, kids, I understand a little bit, because I got my kids. Like, for example, today, this is funny. I'm supposed to pick my sons up, what I'm saying, to come work at the shop with me today, right? And so it's like 3:00, and I'm like, "Where y'all at?" It's like, "I'm going to come pick y'all up." So they're supposed to be at one house, and these suckers didn't tell me they was way over in the boonies on the other way.
Ooh.
And I'm like, when was y'all going to tell me that? Understandable with kids to a degree. But what about when grown folks do that?
When they don't tell you they're in the boonies.
Like you leaving out details. You get what I'm saying? Like,
it depends on how much you want to know. Like, I don't need to know your every step of location while you're outside. Just let me know you good. Text me maybe once or twice. And then, but you got to be in the house by 5.
You got to be in the house by, say that again?
Yeah, 5. Let's be respectful. The sun is coming up. There's nothing else.
5 a.m., not 5 at night. And that's actually a good number.
What else are you doing? And listen.
That's a good number.
She said by 5:00.
She said 5 a.m.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Oh, 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.?
A.m.
Oh, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's a great time. If you can't make that,
as the old folks say, before day in the morning.
Right.
5 a.m. Brother got a report by 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, praise God.
If
you can't make that, I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Okay. Like, if you can't make 5 a.m., like,
you can't make 5 a.m. I don't know what to tell you. She got your military time, though. She probably means 4:59 instead of 5 a.m.
Well, listen, because you got to be 10 minutes early to be on time.
Facts.
Told you. I told you. I told you. I'm just saying.
All right. So, but again, the love language piece, fellas, figure it out. Ladies, talk to these guys, figure out their love language. Benji was talking about communication. Love language is huge for communication purposes, especially because let's just be honest with each other, man. There's a lot of things in the world that we have going on that could cloud our judgment, that could get in between the communication. But when you know who that person is at their core, no matter what's going on, you can get back to some regularity. You can get back to who you are as people when you know who that person truly is. And, love language is just a piece of that. So start paying more attention to the small details, because they'll really help you in the long run, whether it's a friendship, relationship, whether it's with your children or so on and so forth. Whoever is with, whatever type of bond you have with somebody, it's key to pay attention to the details and know their love language, because it's going to help you in the long run.
I agree.
All right, finally, Benji agrees.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus, we'll take the little piece. We'll take the little piece.
55-45.
All right, so at the end of the day, people, we just want you to know that different folks, different strokes, man.
Y'all gonna meet a bunch of different people out there. Y'all ain't tired. Hold on, let me ask you a question, King. Y'all ain't tired of meeting people, certain people.
Oh, you said meeting. I thought you said you. I was gonna give you a whole like.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm interested now. Say talk.
I thought you said I thought you asked if we was tired of you. You know.
I mean, go ahead. You can ever get tired. Ever get tired. Now,
mother can love.
That stud didn't get tired of him. She even tuned into the show.
Oh my gosh, man!
She was holding on for a minute.
Yeah, she had hope. She had hope. Yeah.
But listen, man, we really gotta have that. We really gotta have that episode because we got to talk about the STEM and all of the, we got to have that episode because there needs to be some clarification on that because I still don't know like what the deal is.
All you need to know is she wanted you. She was taller than you. She was gonna take what she wanted.
You ain't finna out masculine me, okay?
And you just happen to be able to escape that day.
Yes,
it might have made you tickle a little bit.
Where were you?
No, it was hilarious. I will forever.
We gotta tell her what happened.
I'll forever remember that because it was hilarious. But I need y'all to understand something. There is a sensitivity there because she really. I never met a woman that out masculined me. That is like when she balled up her fist. Like I was like, what am I supposed to do in this moment? Like, what am I supposed to do? If you see me, if anybody give me your I gotta, I'm straight like, and I wasn't even talking to nobody at that. I wasn't even with nobody at that time. So I had to play the whole thing off. But I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Did you give her your number?
No, I gave her the social media, and she used to watch the show. So she used to pop in on the show. Because like I had to talk about it. So what am I supposed to do, Jocelyn? Like, what am I supposed to do?
You stand your ground. You
stand on the run.
You gave that.
I couldn't run that day because
I said.
I had my loafers on that day.
He had his nice shoes on, but I'm like, dude, that's a fight or flight situation, and you should have flew. You should have got up out of there.
Is just like for women, if they run into a dude that they have no interest in. Mm-hmm. You claim you have no interest in them, but you say, "Oh, but no, you can have my number, but here's my Instagram." What do you think you just sent as a signal?
I mean, I just wanted her to
with me. You now have access to me. Here you go.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Dumb and dumber. Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
No, pimping. Ain't no change. Like I ain't giving it, but you can watch my show. Like if I know you want to see me, that's as much as you're going to see. Like I ain't feeling you like that. Maybe if you put on a dress and not, the Tigos was out or something. Her.
Hold on now.
But Jocelyn just said we got to train these people how to teach us.
How to treat you.
How to treat us.
No, right. That what she wears.
That has nothing to do. She probably could have treated. She probably would have treated you.
But if you approaching me with all that masculine energy,
that's different.
I want to
bring your bubble back.
Yeah. I want to see Tigos. I don't want to see no woman pulling up on me with it flat like that.
And then later at night, she probably would have been like,
"Hey, you never know what she hiding under that sports bar, B."
Baby,
man, I wasn't interested. She was taller than me.
She take the tape off. It probably was like,
she was taller than me, yo. Like
double D's, bro.
I don't like now dating women that were taller than me.
Drop them on your head, just boom. You don't know what you kicked out on.
Y'all wow. They fooling with y'all.
Listen.
But I'm just saying, what I'm gonna take. I don't want to say that. That was wrong. Yeah, see, that's why we gotta have this show.
You have to let us know that you was gonna say that.
Oh man,
it's in my head because. But what am I gonna do with that?
You should have just said, you know what? Thank you, but no, thank you.
I did that. You gotta go back.
You have your social media.
No, before we even got to that, because she got her fist balled it up. Like she was like you learned.
Oh, you
like you learned. And I'm like, all right, here, the Instagram. Here you go.
He said, hold on.
I never met a woman that out masculine me. And that was yeah, man. So I don't know. It was.
It's okay.
I think my body went through all the emotions I think a man was designed to go through because I wanted to steal on her and run, but I couldn't run.
Well, we're happy that you didn't do that because
Right.
we would be missing a cast member to this day.
Oh man.
And Cali, they lock you up for that. So
I sure do.
and
Yeah.
I
They
couldn't
call it a hate crime and some more stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
See, I was in a compromising situation. I didn't know how to handle it. So the best way for me to get out of this
Okay.
was to
We'll
give her
let
my
you cop out.
Instagram.
I give you a pass on that.
Thank
We'll
you.
let you cop
Thank
out.
you.
We're gonna let you cop out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because yeah, that was tough. That was one of the yeah, that was
You brought up your fist.
yeah.
Yeah.
It came with the slow bop. I mean with the bop across the street, like pulling her, holding her pants up. I'm like, what makes
He was
look
like,
at me.
hey
I think
man.
I'm attracted to that.
Say, hey man, stay man, come here.
Oh man.
I'm all dressed. I had my gold, my diamond watch on. Like I was fly that day. I was going to the 4
No
diamond.
one said that you wasn't. Clearly, she thought so.
And she recognized.
She had Benji over there. She had Benji over there like Mike Cat Williams. Damon, I'm a boy. She had him hemmed up, boy.
Man, listen,
he didn't know whether to be upset or feel pretty. He didn't know.
Oh man.
She was taller than me, y'all.
Well, that's not hard, but hey, we're not gonna even go there tonight. It's not hard to be taller than you, though.
You know what I'm saying? Oh y'all.
Right.
You know
Look, okay.
Y'all enjoy these laughs off of me. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
I mean, from what I heard, you was acting up earlier anyway, so.
I mean, you know me. You know I gotta cut up just a little bit.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get ready to wrap up and get up out of here. But before we get up out of here, y'all already know we got to give y'all some final words from the cast members, and they're gonna let you know where to find them on social media so you can continue to follow them and support them. Miss Josh, holla at the people, let them know something before we get up out of here, and let them know where to find you on social media.
I'm on Instagram is Jada Juice, and Facebook is Jocelyn Hartfield. Yeah.
She like, yeah, I don't really want y'all to follow.
Yeah.
All right, so
hey, you go to our Facebook page, you're gonna get some laughs, you're gonna get some stock market, you're gonna get some business ideas. Like, trust me, like super dope page for information. It's solid. Stock market, all that type of stuff.
So let the people know something cool or something they can take with them before we leave.
I guess I would just say, staying on a conversation, be honest with yourself so you can handle certain people certain ways. Not handle them in, manipulating, like you guys said, but working with and working together and, serving each other. So work on you so that you can serve other people.
Facts.
I think that.
Dope. All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us on this episode, and you've been initiated, so we will definitely be tapping you on your shoulder and inviting you back for sure because the energy is great. That's what's up. That's what's up. Trisha Michelle, talk to the people. Let them know something before we get up out of here, and let them know where to find you so they can bug you on social media.
They coming to see that forehead.
I mean, I don't entertain it anyway, so they don't bug me. But I will say, kind of just going off what Josh said, with learn yourself so you can be what you need to be. And I like how she said so you can serve somebody else, because that's true. That's a good thing to be able to do. But at the same time, get control of your feelings. Yes. Because different strokes for different folks. So just because, and this is even in friendships and relationships, whatever, just because you see them act a certain way with, they homegirl or whatever, doesn't slice you in any type of way. So sometimes we get in our feelings and want to compare certain things and think that, and sometimes it ain't even like that too. So if we're working on ourselves within and checking ourselves at the door and making sure and communicating, then we won't run into those little spats as well. So I will say that. And where can you find me? That's right there, Trisha Michelle _ TM. You say it's big and bold.
It's not YT no more.
I'm really like.
You done lost a few people. They mad at you for changing it to YT or what?
No, if they did, they slow. But
true. But you know we have slow. You know we have slow people on our pages, right?
I'm trying to just get Trisha Michelle. So I'm working on whoever when they drop that name and change it. Like I just want that. So eventually, it's gonna be just the Trisha Michelle. But for now, I took the YT off of the TM just because. Just go there, okay? And TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And the Fiyah session always. That's where you find me too.
Yeah, so y'all, if y'all ain't never been island hopping and been on these lavish vacations and seen these beautiful places, go to Trisha Michelle's page and check it out because she's been to some beautiful places, so you can live vicariously through her posts.
Yeah, I'm looking some stuff right now, and I'm the part where the chat make it out the group chat, and they, so
it's gonna be lit.
Okay. All right. That's dope. All right, Benji Banks, the man, the brand. Talk to the people, man.
Oh man, whew. Listen, I'm the hair plug. We slanging hair and wigs.
You got hair plugs.
Girl, leave it to you to hear something different.
You see how he put his hair up to the screen to let y'all know these not her plugs, not her plugs.
Is that? Oh, you wiped off the spot?
No. That's a fresh hairline. That's them curls right there, baby. Them curls.
All right, let me let you go because it's gonna be like 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Listen, I am officially. I got your wigs. I know what wig glue y'all use now. I know what wig removal.
Stop playing your own violin.
Use now. I know that you got thread under that thing now. I know what kind of wig caps you use. I know all of that now. You get what I'm saying? I'm the plug. I got your braid hair. I got your pre-stretched hair. I got your human natural hair. Girl, listen, you talking to your boy. You get what I'm saying? Come holler at me now. You can't hide from me now because I know what kind of wigs you use. I know what you got. I know it all now. I got you.
You got what you need to keep your hair healthy.
Eyelashes too.
I got your eyelashes now. I know what type of eyelashes you want. Them ones that make you look like Snuffleupagus. I'm keeping them specifically for y'all. But I got your back like a car seat. I got the small ones. I got the esthetician setup. Listen, you should know me by now.
The
individual ones. We're gonna hook it up. All right. So, but I want to put this out to you folks out there. If you know any dope braiders, any dope hairstylists, and they're looking for a place to book their appointments just to come in and do it, I'll let your boy Co Beauty Supply. We
you added that. That's added now too. Okay.
We're gonna add that to the shop. So for example, Patricia, let's say if you're just like, you got a client and she needs to meet in Mobile ASAP and can't drive over there, you'd be like, hey, Benji, pull up. Can we pull up? I got everything there for you. Boom, we can have it set up. You can come in. So, see, I told you.
You already know I can both. So, yeah.
Again, and I already got the wine.
So where are you at?
23918 Sunnymead Boulevard, Moreno Valley, California. 951-208-0306. DoorDash will be up in a minute too. So the beauty about coming to my spot is you're gonna come and you can get that wine too. So my wine is already fire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
Pull up and get my Ciroc.
Well, with Ciroc now, I gotta wait to see if I can get that in there.
Okay.
But you know how the free wine tasting go. I'm pulling all these people in. So you get what I'm saying? Like you already know what your boy be on. You know what I'm saying? If it's a hustle, if it's legit, and we can do it, and we can extract some money out of it, come holler at your boy. Now I'm getting all of it on wholesale. So don't be coming to me trying to get it for the low. You know what I'm saying? At my price.
The whole commercial.
I'm selling that you already know.
Your time been up. Just keep going.
Holler at your boy. BRB4701. Stay tuned for the new IG page for Co Beauty Supply. And you can find me, Benji Banks. You can't miss me. We always got, y'all been copying, you know what I'm saying, our page and my stuff for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to copy because it's going to keep coming. So,
facts.
This thing went so many places. Okay.
Hey, it's all good. That's Benji Banks, the man, the brand.
It wouldn't be Benji if he didn't.
We
it wouldn't be me.
appreciate it,
If
man.
it ain't live, it ain't me. You know this.
Okay, Mystical. All right, man.
He would be the only person that will remember that line from Mystical too.
Hey, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in today. Y'all already know y'all can catch me at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. Y'all can catch us on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYAH session and we'll pop right up. Make sure you go to YouTube, like and subscribe. Hit the little bell button, notifications, so when we have new live episodes, when we have new content of any sort, you'll get a notification so you don't miss out. And I just want to leave you all with this. Just because two people meet the same person doesn't mean they met the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as you go forward throughout every day. Just try to learn people for who they are, and in your life, see what importance they can hold for you. Don't worry about what they did in the past or what they meant to other people. What do they mean to you? Figure that out.
Just don't
And
let
you'll
it be
be
a
just fine.
Jekyll or a Mr. Hyde.
Well, sometimes they will be that, but you know what? You can still find something useful out of that as well.
Right.
So just
Yeah.
you just got to be positive, right? So yeah. So we've had fun. We clowned.
Yeah,
We're
it's
giving
no
y'all
stop.
something. Y'all already know. We always talk. We always say we put the medicine in the candy, right? We're gonna give you something sweet, but we're gonna educate you just a little bit. And again, we appreciate Miss Josh. You know what I'm saying, coming through and blessing us with her presence and her energy. And yeah, so we definitely gonna have her back, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that
That's
now.
fact. Yeah, she coming back.
So,
she coming back.
she can't turn us down.
No.
So
We're accepting no.
Yeah, we put it out there. We're putting it out there
You still
now in
welcome
front
to
of
Death Row?
everybody.
Welcome to Death Row.
Facts. Yeah, welcome to Death Row.
We got Suge already on the ones and twos down there. I just want you to know that.
Yup.
So we got Suge down there on the ones and twos. So we welcome to Death Row.
Facts. Well, again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. Y'all keep supporting us, keep tuning in. And if you have ideas for people you want to see interviewed or topics you want to talk about, hit us up. We're no strangers. We answer DMs, except
we
Trisha
share
Michelle.
your stuff too.
I mean, I can see what you're talking about. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
I'm just trying to let them know, like it could be, it could be not. So it just depends on the subject matter that you hit up with. Maybe you get a response.
Maybe you get now. If you ain't listen, if you physically, not physically, facially challenged, your odds are very slim.
if they talk about the show, if we can talk about the show, then that's about it.
I'm not gonna talk about people's faces, man.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Be a blessing to others, and they'll be a blessing to you.
Indeed.
And you all have a great week. We're gonna leave you with love, light, and some energy, some positive energy and positive vibes, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Tune in next week. New topics, new interviews, new fire. Y'all already know how we do it. Peace.
See y'all backstage.
Thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fiyah Session.